We got Aspen Ladd back here on the program. She's going to be taking on Tonya Evinger at UFC 229 on October 6th. Aspen, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's good to hear. Now, what's on the agenda for today? Today is Monday, so how do you start your week off?
First thing first, it's gonna be a nice hike at home. Then I'm down to train. It'll start with strength and conditioning. Then I'll go to Muay Thai, a little bit of private work, and then class, and then Jiu-Jitsu. So 3 or 4 training sessions after a nice little hike.
That sounds pretty awesome. And the hike's the good part because you get that, kind of go see some nature in the morning, take your mind off everything, and then go into training, right? Kind of clear your mind, I guess.
Absolutely. It's something that I need. It's kind of like my downtime, even though I'm still doing something.
Obviously, this is a huge card that you're going to be on, UFC 229, which is Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Just your thoughts when you found out you'd be on this card. This is going to be one of the biggest cards of the year.
I was extremely excited. I mean, this is the one everybody wants to be on. So as soon as I found out that I got it, oh my goodness, I was extremely happy.
Okay. That's great. And obviously you're taking on Tonya Evinger, who fought for the title and everything else. Very well-known veteran. Just excitement level when you found out you get to fight her, because obviously that's a nice name to have in your resume.
Yeah, so I was basically just watching the fights, and as soon as her opponent dropped out, we called to take it. And then they decided to move it to the States, and we got lucky with the fight date. So
excellent. And how do you feel like you match up against her in this fight?
I think it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a tough fight. I always thought I was going to fight her even back in our Invicta days. It's just, it waited till you both got to the UFC.
Yeah, and how much of a benefit is that? You know, she's someone on your radar, so you'd been scouting her for a while. I guess when it comes to making a game plan and all that, you already sort of had that even before you took the fight.
I know what kind of fighter she is. She's very gritty, very tough. It's not so much, my coaches have obviously been studying her forever, just on the off chance, because as I said, she was the champ back in Invicta, and we are both fighting at the same weight class. It's like, okay, it's going to happen eventually. And yeah, so we're prepared.
And obviously train at a great gym. Who are some of your main training partners for this camp, helping you get ready for the fight on the 6th?
I have so many. Just my team in general is helping me right now. My coaches every single day. Everybody at MMA Gold. I'm very blessed to have them.
And how about the weight cut? How's that going? Has that process already started?
Yeah, it's definitely already started. I don't have any issues ever again, so we're on that.
Okay. What type of diet are you on right now? Like, do you have to sort of eat pretty strict, I guess, even this early out from the fight?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's every 3 hours, a precise measured amount of food. It's nothing's being left to chance here, so.
And are you working with like a nutritionist, or is it just like a plan you're following? How do you sort of go into this fight with the weight cut?
It's a plan I'm following. I'm working with a couple people all together, and then I have a fantastic meal prep company sponsor, so that's helped so much.
Yeah, it takes the stress out of having to make your own meals and everything. What's like one meal you get to eat on this plan that you really enjoy having?
I think my favorite right now is probably a little bit just steak, potatoes, and some asparagus.
Oh, that's cool. You get steak on the diet. That's nice. So
Yeah, a little bit. It's
yeah.
not a ton. It's not like a huge piece, but it's there.
So what's on the cheat meal list after this fight? Because obviously there's stuff you want to have, but you can't have during training camp.
Yeah, I'm not all that like I'm not really big on unhealthy anything. I don't know. There's this place in Tahoe. It's called Azul. It's a Mexican restaurant, and they actually have a salad that I love. So I'll go there and get it. It's a macho salad.
Okay, that sounds delicious. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
My same team I always have. It's going to be Jim West, my head coach. It's going to be Mike Guy, my boxing coach, and then Dave Hirschbein, my manager.
Oh, very cool. Okay, and how do you see this fight playing out on October 6th?
I think she's going to come forward. We're going to end up meeting in the middle, and we're going to see who's a little bit better at grinding.
Okay, I like that. And where do you feel like a win over Tonya sort of puts you in the grand scheme of things here? I mean, obviously, she fought for a title. She's well known. She's an Invicta champ. Like, it looks good on the resume getting a win like this.
Oh, absolutely. But I haven't really considered the implications as far as where she is and where I am. It's just the next fight, and it's going to be a tough one.
And I know this fight's in October, early October. Is the plan to just fight again in 2019? Like, if you come out of there unscathed, are you trying to get one more this year, or would you rather just look ahead to 2019?
I would absolutely try to get one more in.
Okay.
But this is the next step. So after this fight, if I was to get offered another one, heck yes, I'd take it.
Okay. So I guess after this fight, I mean, if you come out healthy, just try and stay in shape so that way there's another short notice call or anything like that. Because usually they have most of the cards booked already, I would imagine, in advance.
Oh, yes. It ended up being if somebody else fell out. That's how I got this fight.
Yeah, exactly. Always got to stay ready. You talked a little bit about downtime there, obviously going on the hikes and everything like that. Is there any TV watching or book reading or anything during training camp to kind of take your mind off stuff when you can't, when it's like, dark out, you can't go outside?
I haven't watched anything in probably about a month now. Not TV, nothing. I am just a big time reader.
Okay. Do you watch the fights though? Like, did you watch this past weekend?
I did not. I found out afterwards.
Okay.
I was outside at the time.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that sounds great, and we're certainly looking forward to this fight. It's coming up here October 6th. It is UFC 229. Aspen, always appreciate you taking the time. Just to remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
All right. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna go with sponsors here. The big one, the one that's been helping me is Ultimate Fitness Foods. Oh my goodness, that is unbelievably helpful. And then NorCal Spinal Sport has been my sponsor since the very beginning, my very first AMI fight. As far as social media goes, my name's pretty weird, so it's easy to remember. I'm Aspen Ladd MMA across all of them. So just Google my name or throw it in there and it'll pop up.